Okay, hi. So if you're tuning in, hopefully you have watched my very first debut on Sink Cheese, which, if you watched, didn't turn out exactly as I had intended. However, today I am feeling ambitious, and it's been about a week since I tried my hand again at making an artisan loaf of bread, which Brad Williams has taught me at Cook Culture through their artisan bread making class. Again, I do lack most of the necessary materials to make this perfect. A baker's scale normally would have been a great choice for a project of this sort. However, I don't have the budget for that yet, which is why you need to go on to my Facebook site or give me a call to make some orders so I can then turn a profit and go buy the proper supplies to continue the fabulous products that come out of the unmanageable oven. Anyways, today, as a byproduct of my failure, I ended up with quite a bit of moisture from the sink cheese, which actually suits me very well. I have to do this pretty quick because I need to keep this at a warmish temperature because I'm going to proof a loaf to bake tomorrow morning in my really crappy digital electric oven with my $15 pizza stone, which actually works beautifully. So you don't need to invest a whole bunch of money to make your own bread. So what I've done is I've taken, again, it's been sort of an eyeball weighing type, or not weighing, sorry, eyeball measurements for the flour, for the salt, and for the yeast, and of course for the moisture. And this is going to add in an entirely unpredictable element to the bread making, which will probably be posted tomorrow morning after I bake the bread. So I've used some of Anita's organic whole wheat flour here. Whole wheat flour will make your bread denser. I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm just here for you to watch me stumble through projects like this. So I've cut in some regular flour here, some all-purpose flour, which will lighten the bread significantly. So I'm just going to do, and this is all done mostly by, you got to kind of feel your way through it because, again, it is an ancient technique, but it's by no means, something you can perfect overnight, which I certainly have not. Now, I pre-measured the salt and the yeast. I've just mixed together the regular flour and the all-purpose flour. And it's been suggested that you use only natural sea salt when you are baking your bread. So, I think I have about 500 grams, I think, of flour here. And I'm going to add what I believe to be, what was it? Yes, okay, so I've got about 10 grams of salt here. So I'm just going to add that on one side. And like I said, make sure it gets all in there. And then the yeast on the other side, you're not supposed to mix your salt and yeast. Not sure why, don't really care. But we'll just keep in with what the experts do say. So the yeast on the other side, now I kind of did it from the box, like a quarter teaspoon equals like 0.6 of a gram. I needed 2 grams of yeast and 10 grams of salt. So again, very ballpark. Now, thankfully, I am able to use what normally would have been a waste, but through what I've learned in the past few weeks since the inception of this blog and these projects is that I can use the moisture from my cheese into my bread. So I'm going to measure out about, it says 400 milliliters here. I don't know if it changes the weight from cheese, because this is like from milk, and anyways, I'm just going to do it. So just going to carefully, oh god damn it. Okay, so we've got a bit of a spill here, but that's okay. Oh shit. Okay, there's probably an easier way to do this, but for those of you who know me, this is not a rare occurrence. I have been known to have quite a few spills and messes in my lifetime. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add it gradually. I've made the bread with success before. If you've been on the blog, you know that I have had some success with the bread. So I'm just going to add it gradually and just see how it feels, because that's what people have told me. I'm not just going to dump it in like I normally would in haste. So just carefully adding a bit at a time, and I'm just going to fold it in. I think my water, yeah, no, I think the moisture is just good. So I'm going to put in, let's see what we're at here, a little bit more. And I'm just going to keep, okay, looks like we need a bit more here. Good. I really don't know what this is going to do to the loaf or how this is going to proof, but this is what this is all about, right? A little bit of experimentation. Shoot, I think I'm going to need some more because, all right, we'll just do it straight from the bowl. Okay. Now that is all I have there. Oh, this looks good. Okay. It's kind of dry though. I don't know if that's, no, it's not what I want at all. Just keep, let's put it all in. Okay. You can always add some water too, because that's what you would normally use, right? So it's got some cheese curd in it, so at least we're going to have a bit of a cheese bread. So we'll have a sink cheese bread from the manageable oven. It might not be bread, it might be, it might not rise. I have no idea what I am making here. It feels foreign. It doesn't feel like any other bread that I have proofed in the past. And the curds are pretty prevalent in there. I think, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, it's a little gluey. You know what? I'm going to add a little bit more water. Just doesn't feel right yet, so carefully add a bit. That's a little bit cold, but because we've got so much warm water in there, I may as well just use a bit of cold. Again, this is not from any sort of experience or training. I'm essentially just narrating this pretty weak attempt at some very experimental bread. All right. Yeah, totally doesn't feel right, but you know what? Let's let this proof overnight. You know, this could turn out to be something really interesting. I may have like just invented a whole new type of bread. We could have pizza dough. We might have focaccia. I doubt that, but we might have. Well, I really couldn't tell you. So that is that. As far as that's going to get. So this is what we've got so far. Nonetheless, this will proof and this will go in the oven. And what comes out of that oven, we don't know. But we will find out. So it will make something edible. We do know that this can be eaten. So bear with me and check in with me tomorrow. And I do hope that I'll be able to show you a beautiful loaf of bread. If not, well, we failed, we learned, and we move on. Thanks for checking in. Stay tuned.